So there's this apparently at the start of the game there's this new demon that's come back, the Demon King, Urizen, but oh wait, he turns out to be Vergil.
Man,
So
I'm gonna say this first and foremost. Man, how did anybody not notice that yours face underneath the mask was a lot like Virgil's first double trigger form?
Honestly, I didn't know. I was like, is that looks like a little bit of blue underneath, but it never clicked.
Okay, alright. Because you didn't really see it that good in the trailers, but once you saw it in game, I was like, yeah, that's Virgil.
so yeah, Urizen is Vergil. Vergil rips off Nero's arm. We find out that Nero's father is Vergil, which we already knew, but that was a big reveal in the game. And yeah, Vergil is once again the big bad. And so there's a lot, obviously, to talk about in the story mode. So guys, let's just first talk about Vergil, Urizen, and V being part of Vergil as well. Okay, where do we start?
V being part of Virgil, that's where it all started.
Yeah.
Yeah, the separation using the Yamato. So how did this, not come up before? How did he not think of it before?
Well, everybody kind of forgets that Yamato can cut through. Nobody forgets that Yamato can cut through dimensions, but nobody knew the other thing.
That it can cut through, what do you call it, the bonding of demon and human?
Yeah. No, I mean, you would kind of expect it, but not really.
But I mean, thinking about it, is that really
Virgil didn't use a magic spell, remember?
True. I'll give you that.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the game, we have a face-off with Urizen, and apparently he's can kill everyone because he takes down everyone we know, and Dante calls Nero dead weight, which is what motivates him to show Dante that he can really do this. So,
And he was dead weight up until the end. So he used the power of friendship and love.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
So
And
also
the power of fuck you, Dad. But anyway.
also we got more backstory about why there's so much hatred between Virgil and Dante. We get a flashback of Dante's mother. So yeah, the whole thing was very interesting.
I mean, that whole flashback wasn't even needed, honestly. I mean, they just gave it to us because they felt like it.
Yeah,
Right.
just because they want to include Eva's character model and not Kyrie's.
Oh, God, we're still going on about that. Anyway.
I'm still salty.
That's a great point. We saw Eva, but we didn't get to see Kyrie. Very weird.
Anyways, going back to it, I do like that, it did specify that, even in their conversation, Dante has to tell Virgil, like, she went looking for you and she died looking for you, and, Virgil's like, no, she chose to save you and not me.
Well, I mean, think about it. That's damaging as a kid. That's creates post-traumatic stress disorder. You got to think about that.
Yeah, I mean, look, here's another thing. I like that the house is on fire, and Eva decides to hide her child in a closet.
Well, it's because there was a demon outside looking for them. The demons probably set it on fire. I know. Think about how everything was messed up even before the demon tree ship.
Yeah.
And Dante was surprised any of it was left standing, so that means it was a demon attack. It wasn't anything else.
Yeah.
And she probably knew Dante could survive a little fire, considering who his daddy was.
Fair.
Okay, so on our last episode, we did speculate could Virgil be an amalgamation of both Urizen and V in some way, and we were right. So the story is predictable, but just because it's predictable, it doesn't mean it's bad. Predictable does not mean bad at all.
No. I mean, that probably explains the 1,000K views we got, the 1K views. But anyway. Because someone picked up the phone, we fucking called it, but...
Yeah. So, okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Virgil's character model looked a little weird at first. Maybe it's because of, this is the first time we're seeing him, but it just looked a little weird, his face.
Man, because it's not anime.
Maybe.
I will say the only thing that like kind of like struck me as off, I guess, is that he just kind of seemed like he would be the same age as in DMC3. Like there was no like real signs of aging at all. And then with Dante, he's just Dante looks like he really got old.
Well, even though you can be twins, you can still age differently.
I know, but still, I would expect them to like both have aged. Like, not, I don't know.
Also, I do want to. I don't get this. Maybe you guys do understand this. So when Trish was talking to V, Trish mentioned that Urizen is not a demon, but Vergil is half demon. So I don't get it.
Well, maybe she was just speculating or just talking about like I know demons from the underworld, but he's something else. I mean,
Like she's
Urizen is a demon, but she's not. He's not a demon that she knows because if you take a look at it, all of the demons that they run into, they're all demons that are known about either because of the order or because just because Trish is a native resident of the underworld, and it kind of seems like it's a small town thing. Like, hey, is that you, Trish? I haven't seen you in so long. Oh, Cerberus! I thought Dante killed you. Yeah, killed one of us.
I found that interesting. Well, everybody has to know each other at some point. It's only so big, like so many other places.
Yeah, like at a certain point, you just kind of know everyone.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Why would King Cerberus be guarding the gate to the bottom of the Quadpod when Cerberus can do anything he wants? Why would he willingly be chained up to guard something?
No. I mean, why did any demon follow Urizen? It's because he was the demon. He sat on the throne, man. Although technically King versus King, maybe King Cerberus got his ass kicked. He just didn't get killed. He's like, oh, look, I need you to serve as a deterrent.
Well, most times in situations like that, they either become a devil arm because it becomes submissive or through defeat. So who knows? Because if they die, they become devil arm, or if they submit, they become a devil arm out of survival.
Also, how many times do we hear the word Clyfoth? I swear it was like at least 100 times we heard that word.
A lot, but I mean, I'm fine with it just because when I first read it, I was like, how do I pronounce this?
Yeah, it's for our sake, honestly.
So, I was like, oh, Clyfoth. All right, now I know how to pronounce it. I won't sound like an idiot when we go on the podcast.
Yeah, see, it helps out.
I thought it was going to be one of those things where it's just, I see it written the entire time, but I never hear it pronounced. So I'm like, okay, I've got to game face this. I got to break it down.
No, you're lucky with all things. Just like Vergil, he is very thorough.
Yep.
Yeah. So
gives you the whole explanation, not half.
okay, so I do want to talk about this point as well. So before V merges back into Vergil, he starts walking up to Vergil, and I'm like, wait, isn't Dante gonna at least be a little cautious here because they don't know anything about V? So why would he just willingly let V walk all the way up to him and go ahead and do it?
Well, he thinks V still has some sort of vendetta with Vergil because V didn't gave all the details to Trish, but Trish might have left something out. That's why he might have been so willing to let V go up there.
Yeah, but this isn't.
I just operated on the fact that Trish didn't fill in Dante on anything about V. She's kind of like, I'm not their mom. I'm not gonna intrude V, and I'm gonna let the boys be boys.
Yeah.
And of course, Nero didn't tell Dante anything either. Well, here's a question I have: do you think it was V's entire plan to eventually just merge back, or do you think he wanted to have Urizen die?
I think the plan was to merge.
If Urizen died, that means V would have died, so it would have been completely for naught going all that way.
There were like a million times that V could have died along the way as well. I mean, at the end, it was bit. And Dante's eyes, I can see how he let him go up. It's just like a dying man. Like my final wish is that I get to do the killing blow. And it's like, all right, you're kind of dying, man. You're literally knocking on death's door. You know what? You want to get the final hit in? Go ahead. You can take all the loot.
Yeah, but about
Yeah.
about that, this isn't any random demon. This is Vergil, who Dante knows very well, obviously, which is why I thought he would at least, follow V while he was walking. Like, this is Vergil we're talking about. This isn't any random demon, any random enemy. This is someone Dante knows. So I thought,
Yeah.
But someone that Dante wants dead either way. I mean, look, the time for talking between the two has long since gone at that point in time. At that point, he's just like, I really have to kill my brother. I've killed him like twice now. At this point, it's just like, I kill him, you kill him. Toss them, man.
Really,
Paper, scissors, rock.
It doesn't
Gets to do it at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter at this point. I thought he was dead before. He's not. So I don't know what's going on anymore, man. You can't do it. I'll just do it again later. It doesn't matter.
If you die on the way there, I'll finish the job.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, the only one who can't do it is Nero over there. The dead weight cannot come near him.
Yep. And even then, Nero is the whole reason that Vergil came back to life in the first place. I think that's kind of symbolic. And then it was symbolic that Vergil going through the portal says, "Thank you, Nero." I was like, that's the first time Vergil said thank you to anything. Like, oh shit. So I think at the end of the game, those two should mutual respect because then Nero and Vergil has a second shot to do things right, or at least half right anyway.
okay, so yeah, you brought up the ending. Let's talk about it. So, okay, mission 19, we get the battle between Dante and Vergil, which is very reminiscent of the reboot fight. I know that
Considering it took, but more so because of how the arena looked.
yeah, exactly. It's how everything looked, and also the fight itself. I know it's the same characters. I know it's Vergil, but still, it was very similar, other than his double trigger mode. But yeah, I'm not complaining. Thought that was a really good fight. But then we get on to mission 20, and it's the same fight, just with an overpowered Nero. I thought that was very disappointing. This is the first. This is the first DMC game that doesn't really end strong for me. Every other DMC game is always ends strong, not a problem. But over here, mission 19, we get Vergil. Mission 20, it is the same boss, just with Nero, and you're just OP. So I didn't really.
What did you want from that fight? Did you expect?
Okay.
Did you expect like a second boss to come out of nowhere?
Okay, how about Vergil in his double trigger form the entire time, or something like that? Something different from mission 19.
Vergil pulled out Beowulf. I mean, he does have more than one weapon.
Yeah, I mean, look, I thought mission 19 was fun because at the end I'm like, yes, I got that hidden. You're fucked, and then out of nowhere he pulls off a last minute hit. I'm like, wait, what? Oh.
Yeah.
It would have been more fun for me if you did Beowulf, but whatever.
Oh, I since we're talking about the story, I would also like to point out Dante's really right because Nero's like, there's gonna be no family killing, and he's like, you nearly killed me with that right hook, and he's like, I'm like, yeah, he's got a point. You really could have just smacked the fuck out of him.
Yeah, but well, I mean, they got their shot in. They both got that shot in, so.
Oh, they got that shot in at the end. I'm like, what if they killed him? Like, there's just so many moments where I'm like, well, if you were, I'm pretty sure you weren't being careful to begin with, but one wrong move, you would have killed him.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, they're old enough. They've lived with that strength all their lives. Nero's kind of new to it, so Nero could have really killed Dante because he can't control it.
Yeah, he just straight up popped Dante in the face and almost knocked him out.
Yeah.
It's like, you almost killed me there, kid.
I mean, he said,
Still dead weight.
Almost killed me. Yeah, but it was funny how Nero called him dead weight at the end. I was like, Nero carried a grudge all the way to the end of the game. I was like, that's how you do it, kid. Good job.
Really carried that
Man,
grudge.
I'm going to say this. It reminded me of Team 4-Star, where Piccolo said he needed 5 minutes to charge the charge the special beam cannon. And then later on, Goku says, I need 5 minutes to charge the spirit bomb. Piccolo's like, did you just hold a grudge?
that is the way to do it. You carry that until the right moment.
Yeah. But
Although,
but in my opinion, the MC5 for Nero was the chasing Dante simulator. That's what it was.
Yeah. Look, Mr. Cool might have not liked the ending, but let's be honest. Did any of us see the end credits coming where, you still got to play? Because I did not.
Oh, I saw that coming.
But that moment between Dante and Vergil, that was everything I needed.
Okay, yeah, so I want to talk about that as well. So, after Nero beats Vergil, Vergil is apparently not the most evil guy in the world. Like,
arguable, but yes.
Well, he finds out that he created a new source of power, which is even greater than finding his own power, and that kind of brings him back down to earth. It's like, I've created Nero, and Nero is, what I hoped for.
Just it was so quick. It's like, wait, Vergil and Dante have hated each other their entire lives, and now they're fighting with each other, like alongside each other.
That was great.
Oh, because they found a greater purpose in life. I mean, think about it. Vergil obviously wants to be around to see Nero develop and attain the power that he couldn't. So that makes sense.
But when Vergil
was happy to be an uncle.
When Vergil finds out that Nero is his son, he didn't care.
No, he didn't care until they fought. Vergil doesn't understand words. Vergil understands action.
Good point.
There's 3 different people in this world, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point, but I just thought the turn of Vergil was a little too quick, which is why I found the ending not really satisfying, because leading up, it was great. The game was going great, and the story was pretty good, but I just thought it didn't end the way I wanted it to.
Okay, I gotta pick at you for a second. You thought the way Vergil turned too quick was in this game, but yet, in the reboot you love so much, Vergil turned even quicker.
Yeah, it was just out of nowhere, too. Like, damn, see, here's the thing. Like, Dante and Nero in the main games have always hated each other. They've always been at each other's throats. We understand that. And the reboot, they had each other's backs. They loved each other. They were truly brothers, just with a bit of rivalry. Where one, claimed to have the bigger cock. We don't know. Anyways, and then just all of a sudden, like, they can't really talk that out at the end. Like, even I gotta point out that he just 0 to 100 really went evil villain on that.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. I actually do agree that the turn was quick. I understand why they did it, but the turn was quick in the reboot also. So I'm not gonna defend that as much, but I also thought the turn here was also quick, and for me, it was quicker. So that's why I just didn't really find it satisfying.
I don't think it was quicker because, I mean, you could argue that in the reboot they had, like, these moments where Vergil was very much wanting to not turn his back on Dante, but, they had very much conflicting ideals, like the gun abortion or the time where he just wanted to leave Cat behind. But at the same time, Vergil turning to this one is, oh, I just found out I have a son.
Yeah, that's...
Like, here, I have a son.
Is also, and he saw that his son, like him, was also strong-willed, so he was like, you know what, maybe it's worth seeing you happy than for me to not be an asshole the rest of my life. Okay.
Well, I did kind of expect, like, at some point, Vergil, like, I'm kind of expecting Vergil to kind of try to take that power for himself at some point.
Well, he can't, because it's something he can't take now, because it's not in a physical form anymore. Like, I don't know, like Dante mentioned, you cut off your own son's arm for more power, and he still kicked your ass.
I thought that was a very funny line. I appreciate that.
Unless Vergil tries to do the whole Qui-Fa thing over again, that's kind of done.
Yeah, but like Fallen said, there were seeds planted in the reboot for his turn, so that's why I could defend that a little, as opposed to this where it's
No,
like
I'm gonna say this, that depends on upbringing. Dante didn't know any better. Dante just, he was more streetwise and knew better. Dante just had common decency. Vergil, he sees it as a war, so everything he did, even though it was kind of assholeish, it was for the greater good. Just like the Vergil that we know. Yeah, he wanted more power, and his reasoning was for the greater good. He just had a different means of obtaining it.
right. Yeah, so I'm just all I'm saying is the ending itself. I think it could have been executed a little better. Like just a few changes here and there, and I do wish, like, okay, even if you had Nero versus Vergil, just have him in his double trigger form the entire time or something, or not have Nero super overpowered, or just some change to the fight between Mission 19 and 20. That's what I wanted.
Actually, I just thought about it. What do you call it? There actually is a lot of build up to Vergil's turn, to the side of good, the entire game, as V, and all of his moments with Nero, with Nico, with just everyone. He still carries those memories.
Yeah, when they merged back, yeah,
and then it becomes even more.
And the thing is, I think he also owes Nero. He also knows Nero a debt as well, because he wouldn't have the second shot. Like I said earlier, he wouldn't have the second shot if Nero didn't go out of that way for him.
Well, yeah. He even as V, he says, what do you call it, when Nero saves him from the fucking chicken that you took to the slaughterhouse. He's like, I owe you one.
Yep, maybe this is him repaying him by not being such a bad guy or trying to be such an asshole.
And then when you put it into the context of, wait, that's actually my son. When he thinks back on it, like, oh, he saved me this time. He helped literally carry me to the end to get to this point. It's just, I mean, it does have that build up now that you think about it.
Yeah, it does, but I always see it from a different perspective. But yeah, once you put it the way you say, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
And then there's also his time as Nilo Angelo. There's DMC3. All of these moments, they kind of culminate together into this turn.
Yeah, and then the time as Nilo Angelo, he wouldn't have been free from being Nilo Angelo if Dante didn't kill him then.
Yeah.
So he kind of sees, hey, yeah, all this was done for me. It took his time as Yuri's, and he was only evil because he made himself that way, not because because he felt he had no other option. Because as punished Vergil, he was decaying just like V was.
And you also see that what do you call it? When he's waiting at the top of the Clive, which I like how he says, like, go heal yourself, Dante, and then we'll settle this up there. Like, he gives Dante time to, like, heal up. He's like, no, the final battle will come. We're gonna kick each other's asses, but I want you to be at full strength. That way, I know I really am better. That was a nice touch, but he even as he's waiting at the top, yeah, he waits at the top as he's like he monologues. He's like, I wonder if things would have been different had had our roles been switched. Would we be any different? And that is an interesting thing. That's showing a certain insight into who he is. Like, could things have been different?
Yeah, he grew to be a more sentimental character. Holy shit, we just did a character, like,
breakdown.
What is it? Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, all right.
Okay, I definitely did not see the way you saw it. That definitely have a new perspective on this now. But
thank you. As a writer, I try my best to break things
Yeah, so that was
yeah, okay. I need to read whatever you write. Okay.
that was good. I just for me, I still think because he did not mention that at all. There was no emotion to him in his face or anything like that at the end of the game. It was just too quick for
Well,
me. But
no, Virgil doesn't need him. Virgil is emotionless. He might feel
that
something, but he is not outwardly gonna portray it.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
We need to see that. We need to see a hint of that at least. We didn't get any of that. The fight ends and boom, he's fighting alongside Dante, the guy that
The hint of it was him giving Nero his book.
Yeah, imagine that you spend your entire life. You don't have any family. You don't have a father, and then your dad shows up out of nowhere one day. He takes your arm, and then he beats the shit out of your uncle. Beats the shit out of all of your friends, and then afterwards you beat the shit out of him, and he's like, "Okay, here's a book. There you go. There's my child support for the last 20 so years."
Well, it kind of gives some insight into what Virgil's all about.
Yeah, that was.
Because Nero was without him for so long, it makes sense.
He gets to know a little bit more about his father.
Yeah, even though it's not directly. And hell, I mean, if you beat the game, I mean, he's chilling with Nero in the van, so they might have been talking before that point. Who knows?
yeah, you guys do make good points about Virgil. So yeah, overall, let's just wrap the story part of this, guys. So if you had to rank it in terms of the DMC franchise, is this the best story that we've gotten?
It's up there.
I'm going to say the best story was still 3 just because it sets up everything. But I will say that this is probably the most in-depth look we've had at the characters. They all do something besides slay demons. So I give it a high mark.
We even hear about Dante as Tony Redgrave in Morrison's notes and shit.
Yeah.
And Tony Redgrave City, just like you said, I thought that was hilarious. The first time you hear Tony Redgrave, though, was in the manga and the anime. Those are the times you would have heard that name before.
Yeah. Look, overall, I really liked it, and my God, that was one of my favorite jackpot moments. Don't say it. Jackpot. I was like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, I kind of laughed at that. I had a huge smile on my face as he said that.
That was very that warmed me a lot. I was like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's the callback we were looking for, but didn't know we needed.
See, here's the thing. I thought they were gonna go the route of a family reunion jackpot of Nero, Dante, and Vergil all doing it, but I like what we got.